Peace, 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 peace. Welcome to my laboratory. The laboratory, Dr. L's laboratory. Alright, welcome to Dr. L's laboratory. And today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, allow me to turn on the lights in my laboratory. Proper lighting for the laboratory. Alright, so, I wanted to do this quick video. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible with this video and do a video on skincare using some simple products. Alright, simple tools. I'm going to show you some of the tools of the trade. Alright, for those that don't know, not only am I a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine, I'm a certified massage therapist, but I don't do so much massage therapy except on weekends, just as a way of just like kind of promoting and the acupuncture, because I'm using acupressure, medical massage. In any case, I'm also a certified esthetician. Alright, now skincare is not something I really wanted to focus on, mostly because I always felt like, good skin, good healthy skin always comes from what you put in, right? Not what you put on, okay? So, ladies, gentlemen, bearded, clean shaven, or just no hair at all, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss some of the ways that we can, both men and women can do, improve the quality of the skin, okay? So, some things that you might want to consider getting, I'm going to show you what I got, alright? This, first of all, and no, this isn't what some of you think it is, okay? I don't know where you've been, I don't know what you've been exposed to, but that's not what this is, okay? What this is diatomaceous earth. Now, diatomaceous earth is a preservative. It gets used in food. It also gets used in cosmetics. It gets used especially in water purification, all right? As a way of cleaning out very small microbiomes, bioorganisms, all right? Single cell amoeba, parasites, protozoa, these so many things that are in water. And we use diatomaceous earth and reverse osmosis water purification, that's whirlpool, or just reverse osmosis for short, okay? So purified water, they use this to filter purified water, okay? Other things you might want to consider getting, some turmeric, alright? Or really, really excellent soap, alright? By the way, diatomaceous earth is less abrasive on the skin, and we're going to be using that as a cleaning and as a exfoliating agent, all right, along with this turmeric hemp soap, which acts as not only does the turmeric help to balance hormones, all right, but it also helps to even out the complexion of the skin, all right. It also helps to brighten the complexion without making the skin very oily, and honestly, it smells, I like it. It's also got hemp in it, which is also another powerful anti-inflammatory. When we discuss anti-inflammatories, inflammation occurs on internally inside the body as well as on the skin, okay? And so we will also oftentimes see the result of inflammation in the form of little red bumps, papules, macules, impactions, whiteheads, blackheads, oh my, all in the T-zone, around the eye. Whoa, look at this, we're rhyming and just in timing, alright? So other things, again, I'm gonna be using this turmeric seaweed face mask, alright? I love this product, I use it every now and then, I try not to overdo it, I don't want anybody mixing up my golden complexion with this golden powder, alright? Other things that I'm gonna be using, alright? I'm gonna be using my gua sha tool, okay, my little special, my ninja knife, okay? It's not a knife, alright? It's got a dull edge, I use this for muscle tissue, but it can also be used, the smaller portion, and that's the portion I'm going to be using, it can be used for lymphatic drainage, alright? So that's what this tool is for, stay tuned for that. And I also got my little skincare kit. I ordered this through Amazon just a couple of months ago, and honestly I was really excited to get it, mostly because of the extraction tools. Alright, like this thing is, I like it. I love this thing. I'm not gonna lie, I love this thing. Alright, so before we commence to any kind of extraction, I also make sure I got my tweezers in case I'm not going to be getting all dirty and down and dirty like that for you today. I'm just going to be showing you the little basic skincare, a little diatomaceous earth, a little cleansing with the soap, a little extraction, and a face mask. All right, and again, going to try and be as brief as possible. I want to make sure that I disinfect or sanitize my tools of the trade. So I got a little paper towel. All right. What I'm going to be using as a sanitation agent on my small and large extraction tool. Alright, that's for the white heads, the black heads. Alright, and what I'm going to be using to like maybe pop or like just like open up some pores. I'm going to be using this just to kind of puncture those impactions that maybe the exfoliation process doesn't open. Alright, the stuff that may be a little bit deeper and the stuff that we might get a little pop in action. Hopefully I'm not going to become Dr. L Pimple Papa tonight, but sometimes I do things to myself. I hurt myself when no one's looking. I punish myself. Let me stop playing. But I am pretty abusive sometimes to my skin, and that's the reason why I'm doing this, because before I start injuring myself or making what little bit of a handsome face I have left, for what years I got, 37 years young. Oh my goodness, 37 years. I'm just a baby. Whatever. We're going to stop crying about these early wrinkles and stuff like that, these little laugh lines that I get. We're going to stop worrying about all of that stuff. Yeah, stop. You stop. Alright, I'm going to make sure I'm gentle and kind to my skin. Alright, so hydrogen peroxide, not alcohol. Why? Because alcohol is drying to the skin. Hydrogen peroxide is a stronger disinfectant agent. It also gets more microorganisms than alcohol can. Alcohol just like sanitizes surfaces, okay? Hydrogen peroxide, that catalytic action, that activation, that chemical reaction, that's what helps to bring like dirt even up off of the skin. So I'm going to give myself a little... Okay, keep your eyes closed when you do this too, because hydrogen peroxide, it can still be a little harmful to the eyes. All right, so I think I'm okay. Don't want it to get in the eyelid. Right now, we got the tools sanitized. We got the skin in a prep state. All right, hydrogen peroxide also helps to moisturize the skin before we begin with the cleansing process. Okay, so here we go. Let's lower this down. Let's get a little soap and water on the skin, alright? So I'm going to be using my turmeric soap. Alright, I'm going to be using lukewarm water. First we're going to wet the skin before we add the soap to the process. Alright, as a man with a beard, I also want to get into these hairline areas too. Ladies, you're going to want to do this too, because sweat and oil accumulate and come all into the face from where the hair is, alright? And it's all attracted to where the pores are. So, of course, you're going to see impactions, pimples, close to where the pores are, alright? Or in the areas where pores or follicles would grow. And yes, everybody's got a little hair, even a little peach fuzz all over the skin, alright? There's a little scientific word that I forget for what that is called. But let's get into this cleansing. So we're going to be doing this twice, so we don't need too much soap the first go round, just enough for a little bit of a lather. And what we're going to do is little small circles. We're going to work our way from in the hairline down the T-zone into the cheeks. We're going to do a little circle here in the ocular area, the orbital, excuse me. Right, into the temple, temporal, maxillary. Ooh, look at you learning stuff. And then we're gonna do these little cheeks, Now, if I didn't have any hair on the chin, I'd be getting my little chinny chin. But I do, so I'm avoid that. Okay. Now I think we got enough soap on, right? And this first round of cleansing is just to get the superficial layer of dirt. All the oils, the soap also acts as an emulsifier, all right? Because there are already oils on the skin. Those oils are going to help pull up some of the dirt that might be on the surface, all right? Notice the direction that I'm washing my face. It's from the center to the hair to the outside. All right, and that's just to complement the flow of lymphatic vessels. All right. Round 1. Let's do round 2 of the cleansing. All right. A little bit of soap, just enough for a slurry. We still don't need very much of it. All right, because we got more rounds of dirt to remove. We got a nice little lather again, small circles into the hairline, even a little lather into the temporals, right down the T-zone. Circle the orbitals. Even give a little squeeze, just in case you want to be sensitive. Get those eyebrows. Gotta get the eyebrows. Open up the eyes, maxilla, cheeks. Alright, we got that. Let's wash this off. Again, from the inside out. Also, going from the inside out just helps you cover like more surface area. You know, just remembers what areas of the skin you did cover and what areas of the skin you didn't. All right. Done. Cleansing round 1 done. I gotta stand up a little bit because, you know, I'm, like I said, 37. I gotta preserve this back. You know what I'm saying? I gotta preserve the back. Alright. So still while the skin is wet, let's go ahead and get this washer tool going, right? I'm gonna dry the hands just a little bit. Alright, because what we're gonna be using next for our exfoliator is not the yayo, okay? It's the diatomaceous earth. People. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my gua sha, my ninja knife, to get just enough of this diatomaceous earth and white stuff. Right? So don't get the wrong idea. I know what some of you might be thinking. But I've never been the type to keep my nose clean, you know, to not keep my nose clean. Alright? So, I don't got too much of this. You're not going to need much diatomaceous earth, alright? The same way you wouldn't use a whole lot of baking soda, because baking soda, once again, can be very abrasive on the skin. You're not going to need a lot of this diatomaceous earth. And again, the skin, while the skin is still got some moisture on it, you're going to take a moist, damp hand, and what we're going to do with one hand, we're going to apply that around. Alright? Get some, you know, the skin's still moist. Put that on. You know, for my soldiers. You know, skincare is a battle. You know, I don't know about you, but I'm prepared to do war. You know, with the free radicals that make the skin look old. All right. So something else about the diatomaceous earth, right? Is that it's got a lot of minerals in it. It's got things in it like elastin, you know, the things that help to create elasticity in the skin. You know, it's got some minerals because it's coming from phytoplankton. All right, so that just means like ancient, old ass like fossils. Okay, excuse the language. You know, I start using this diatomaceous earth. I almost start having flashbacks when I was in the Navy doing water reverse osmosis water purification making sure that, you know, a campsite of about 75 individuals, men and women, you know, as well as like foreign nationals, all make sure that they're drinking healthy water without getting contaminated. So for those who wonder, why is Prince always so concerned about the water? I get back in the oh no, we got green sparkle cluster. Green sparkle cluster. It's okay, I'm back. You know, you never would have known I was in the military, would you? United States Navy, active duty 2001 to 2006. Alright, back to this exfoliation process. Alright, small circles, you know, open fingertips, you know, massage that stuff. Alright, and don't stay in one area too long, because this stuff, just because it's small and you don't feel it, doesn't mean that it's not, you know, creating a burn on the skin. Alright, just like baking soda, you rub, or just like sand, you rub sand in one area too long, it'll cut, it'll smooth out some stuff. So if you got uneven areas of skin, don't worry, this diatomaceous earth, over time, don't try to do this all in one night. Over time, it will help to smooth out those uneven surfaces in your skin. Alright? Make sure you get this T-zone. Because you know a lot of pores be up in that zone. Make sure you get all up in there. Alright? And a little bridge too. And you know, a lot of people do skincare regimens and they never get the nostrils. I be looking at people and they talking about, oh yeah, I use a face mask, but you ain't get that little area, them crusty little man, you ain't get that. And I just be like, let me get my tools out. Let me get my tools out. Let me get my tools out. Let me get that. Let me help you out. You know, we're gonna restop. You know, the skin's getting kind of dry because, as you see, diatomaceous earth is absorbent. All right, so it's absorbing the water. Okay, that's some good stuff to know. You know, for the people who get the little baggies underneath the eye, that's a vitamin K deficiency. That's what that is. All right, you may need to consume some broccoli or cauliflower to help you get rid of those bags. All right, so you know, and that's also a result of poorly oxygenated internal environments. You're not breathing deep enough, bro. You're not breathing deep enough, sis. Alright, let's get a little water on this skin, because you see, I'm starting to look like I came out the movie Congo, where they had the silverbacks. You know, they was hunting for the silverbacks. You know, silver on my back, it's just some gold straps. You know what I'm saying? You know, I stay strapped up, baby. I stay strapped up. I keep these arms on me, man. Lightning and thunder. Who want it? For peace, baby. You know, let the sky rumble. Let's rumble, rumble. Let's get these cheeks. Let's get the nostril. Ba, ba, ba. Get these small little areas again. Get that hairline, because you know a lot of impactions will hide out along your hairline, men. All right, I'm talking to you guys, yo. Sometimes, yo, I be looking at the men, little sideburns. They got that. They got not hyperactive. They got oily skin patterns. You know, remember that little blemish I was telling you? I'm gonna get that with the diatomaceous earth. See how that almost seemed like it go away? That's because that diatomaceous earth rubbing it down, baby. Rubbing it down. Diatomaceous earth is also highly alkaline, alright? So it helps to balance the pH of the skin. Let's get this mouth. Mom said, make sure you clean your mouth out, boy. Make sure you clean your mouth out, boy. Well, I started with the mouth and I didn't get in. But you know, when you get the impactions, little things around the mouth, around the lip. Man, I'm talking to you. You know what I'm talking about. It be hiding underneath the mustache. And you be wanting to like, don't do it to yourself. Because then you're going to walk around, the lady's going to think you got a cold sore, bruh. You got a cold sore. We don't want that mono. You know what I'm saying? Mononucleosis to be exact, is a version or a strain of the herpes virus. That's right, herpes zoster, and herpes is a varicella, something similar to that. Alright, but herpes, you know, is a virus. Putting these types of alkaline substances onto the skin, helps reduce the inflammation that some viruses may cause and contribute to. I'm not saying all viruses contribute to the presence of, inflammatory responses. However, if it's next to the mouth, we call this mononucleosis. All right? Get that mustache, because again, sweat, wherever the hair is, there's oil's also being produced. Again, your whole body on your face, the skin in your face is constantly producing oil, and that oil, it just rains down. It rains down, all right? So we're going, I think we got enough diatomaceous earth. We're going to smooth out the rough areas. I got to make sure I get my eyebrows. My mom gave me these eyebrows, you know what I'm saying? The eyebrows that a lot of ladies be hating on. Ladies don't like my eyebrows. Because they be like, man, you got those natural joints? That's right. I thank my mama every day for them eyebrows. I thank her every day. Let's wash this diatomaceous away. So, you know the process. We're going to do it again. Just like we're doing when we're cleansing the skin. The water's a little bit warmer. But we're going to start from the inside out. You can see the diatomaceous earth. Look at that. You see how much better the skin is already looking? If you didn't, don't worry. The IGTV coming. Alright. Ladies, gentlemen, this is going to help balance your hormones in your skin. Alright. It's also going to help remove a lot of that surface, dirt. And for those of you who might have weak lower backs, it's going to give this is a little lower back exercise too. I'm trying to tell you. I got to point the camera up. Ooh, stretch it out. Got to let it stretch out. Alright. Now what I'm going to do next is where things get kind of dangerous. Alright. So what we're going to do first, we're going to block the skin, not rub, so I'm blotting. Alright. Just enough to leave the skin still moist. Because we're going to need some of that water in a second. Alright. Going to need some of that water in a second. Alright. Now that the skin is still moist, damp, and soft to the touch. While the pores are now exfoliated and exposed, what we're going to do is we're going to use this extraction tool. I'm going to use the small end along the nostril area and the T-zone. Going to use the bigger end along the hairline, alright, and along the jaw. Okay, this reduces the level of damage and irritation to the skin. You don't need to press too hard, okay, so just letting you know. Alright, so here we go. Just point you to the mirror so that way you can see how I'm getting this thing down. And as you can see, my skin is starting to look, it's already starting to get a good little sheen to it. It's starting to shine. But we want to make it just right. All right. So again, very gently. You don't need too much. And I already I could be a little excessive, obsessive about this, a little compulsive. So I'm not gonna go crazy. A little swipe there. Other side, taking the flat end of it, right, and then starting at the top, move down. And then like I was telling you, you want to make sure you get this little nostril area. People talk about they go get facials and how they're looking at their nostril, the little nostril area all up in here. And they got them impactions, that whiteheads, that oil, the sebum accumulation, And remember how clean it started? Can't see it. It's a little. Alright, I'm just letting you know. And it's all coming out easily. You don't have to press too hard. Be gentle on the skin. And it'll continue to be your friend. Your skin is the largest organ in the body. People don't spend a lot of time, on facial skincare. A lot of people will put makeup and concealer on, or sunscreens on the nose. And what ends up happening, they start getting these impactions. Impactions start making the skin look extra old. You ever seen somebody who had like bad impactions? Like, man, you would look about 10 years younger if you just hit that T-zone a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hit that T-zone. My guy. Yo, my girl. Come on, boo-boo. That's right. I'm talking to all of y'all. All of us need this, All of us need this. A little bit more accumulation. Look at that, I'm not trying to be gross. I apologize. Some people, some people find it strangely satisfying. I'm one of them people who find it strangely satisfying. So, and this is much easier than sitting there with your fingers and your nails, and some people got stuff underneath the nails. That's how you let bacteria into the skin, and then you get like really bad injuries and lesions and stuff like that. Scars on the skin. That's not sexy. Nobody want to pull up next to Scarface. Well, maybe not everybody want to pull up next to Scarface. Some more diatomaceous earth. They love me in the morning. Hey, I'm going to get this lip area too with the little small end. Just wipe that down, just so you know, and hit it with the hydrogen peroxide. Cause don't nobody like it. Nobody likes cross-contamination. You take bacteria from one part of the face or the body and you put it someplace else. That's how you spread bacteria that way. So hit this now, yeah. And if I was gonna use something on my skin, maybe a little bit stronger of a chemical agent, I would use witch hazel. Okay? I would use witch hazel. I'm hitting all the spots where the follicles are. You see how fast I'm moving. I'm not staying over one area too long. You don't gotta stay over one area too long. That's what the exfoliation process was for. If you ain't open up them pores, you're gonna be pressing hard. That's why I did that diatomaceous earth the way I did. Alright, and I get the buzz of timers going on, so that means it's time to get off this extraction. Because that's what we're doing here. We're extracting impactions from out of the skin with this thing. Alright? I'm gonna use the bigger side. Hit it. Bam, 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 bam. Get up. Get on up. Going to use this other side for the impactions along the hair. Alright. Alright. Like I said, you don't got to stay too long over the hairy areas. And then you're going to want to get this little area between the mustache, Get that little spot. So I'm telling you, some of the men might know, women too, You get the little in the whiskers, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, we all get it. Anybody who got those hormones pumping, the skin is producing some stuff. Cleaning your skin, man, will also make your lineup look a little bit more crisp too. You know what I'm saying, fellas? I'm just trying to help you out. I try not to do this edge up thing, but that ain't for me. That ain't for me. It's not for me. Getting these areas. Skin is starting to get dry now, which means it's definitely time. See this? We got a little something. Boom, we got it off. Gently. Look at that thing. Still look clean, baby. Just lets me know I did myself right. Which means I don't gotta go poking at myself with this sharp too. I ain't gotta poke. I ain't gotta do no damage. Don't nobody gotta see no blood. No bloodshed. So let's get to the mask. Alright? First we're gonna make this little mask. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make this little mask. And before we make this little mask, we're gonna add a little bit of this. We're gonna add a little something soft to the skin. Alright? A little oil. Don't need much. We need only about a drop. Alright? Only a drop. Trust me. You're going to be grateful for this little drop. Alright? Something soft. I got a little turmeric oil mixed with lavender and an almond carrier. Okay? So it's an almond oil carrier with hints of lavender for aromatherapy. Lavender is also an anti-inflammatory commonly used on skin and in skincare as well as cosmetic products to reduce the presence of inflammation or inflammatory marks and blemishes that may accompany or reside on the skin. And again, the turmeric oil has been added to further reduce the presence of inflammatory blemishes on the skin that may be due to not only impactions but inflammation along the digestive system. So we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that oil. You see you putting a little bit of that oil on the skin. You know, just enough. You see that? You don't need a whole lot. You don't need a whole lot. Still doing the thing. From the center to the hairline. Center to the hairline. Center of the forehead to the hairline. Into the hairline, up, 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 up. And this is also the way that you use gravity. You train the skin. You want the skin to go up. Alright? That's why we also train the lymphatic vessels. This is the reason why this vein right here in the center of my head is so prominent. Sometimes it'd be like, dang, Prince looking angry. He got the fury. That's not the fury. That's just good circulation. You see that? That vein? I'm just saying. So we put a little bit of oil on the skin, and then what we're going to do is, I'll show you what else we're going to do. I promise you I was going to use this thing. Here's how we're going to use it. And this is why I like this particular tool, alright? Because the shape of it allows me to cover more surface area at one time than if I was to use like the smaller end. So I'm going to use the bigger end for the sake of time. So, look at that. Almost fits my profile. Almost fit my profile. Look like a Mayan or Aztec, you know what I'm saying? Cherokee, a little Blackfoot, you know? And we're just gonna move the lymphatic fluid gently from the top out to the hairline. You see that? You see how the skin just kind of like bounces back, you know, in the eyebrow, into the temple. We're just moving that fluid. We're just moving that fluid. Get all up in here in this eye. Just moving that fluid gently. You don't need to put too much pressure. You don't need to apply pressure. The lymphatic system is right underneath the skin. If you use more than about 2 grams of pressure, you're going to be pushing blood and muscle. You're not going to be pushing lymph. Okay? And you see how like the skin is already looking more youthful from just these processes alone. All right? Very gently. It's like just just caressing. I know other people who like to use skin brushing. I'm all for it. Go for it. If that's your thing, use it. But tonight, we're using this gua sha tool. I'm showing you how to use this gua sha tool for this gua sha facial. The skincare regimen, even on a plant-based diet. Alright? Even when plant-based. Skincare, even when plant-based. You see what's happening? You see how these blood vessels start coming back up? Look at that. Spow. Alright? Now again, you're going to be grateful that you put that oil, you applied that oil to the skin in a moment once we put this face mask on. Alright? Let's get them cheeks. You see how before these impactions that I had, I got to these early. That's the reason why the skin looked irritated. That's why I'm telling you. Don't hurt yourself. Don't be punishing yourself because you feel like you was a bad boy, bad girl, and be digging all up in your stuff. Be gentle, all right? Even when you feel like you could do better. And also, a little side note, acupuncture wise, the meridians that these two blemishes are on, right? That's what you want. This is why you come to this channel, because I give you this extra information. These two blemishes, right? This one is closer to the gallbladder. It's time to go. Alright, and we back real quick, but just to show you, you know, use this gua sha tool. I'm gonna have to show y'all how to use, you know. Yeah, that's right. I'm gua sha in my beard too. That's right. Gua sha that beard, you know, because you got men, you got lymphatic vessels all underneath the skin, underneath here too. All right. So just move that. Just move that. You see how it's just moving? I'm not like, you know, I'm not trying to wrinkle the skin. Just moving it. Moving that fluid underneath. Alright? Look at that. That's how you keep train that skin. Train it. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Now, real quick, I'm going to just do this lymphatic massage because I don't have the time to do the face mask for you tonight. I got to go get somebody, one of my people from outside, right? You know, I got a life too. But I just wanted to take this time to show you how to do this real quick. Alright? So, we already took care of the face. I was just getting a little bit of that, you know. And what we're going to do, since all the fluid has accumulated around the ears, this is where all the lymphatic fluid is. What we're going to do is we're going to push it up over the ears, right? Behind the ear. Down the ear, and then you have some lymphatic ports here in your, just behind your jawline, all right? And then what we're going to do is we're just going to brush that down. Now we can use the gua sha tool, but I'm trying to show you how to do this a little faster, all right? After you get it into the neck, you're going to lightly brush, all right? Brush these lymphatics, all right? Because lymphatics, especially in the face, they empty into the brachial arteries that exit the heart and travel underneath your collarbone, okay? So this is where the lymphatic dumping site is made, coming out of the skin, all right? So you bring that down. Of course, you got this collarbone, so you got to pump these lymphatic vessels under, like on top of the collarbone first, all right? Pump those. You see, it's not a lot of pressure, enough just to like move the blood vessel, okay? And then we sweep that into the chest. If you ever get a cold, the sniffles, the sinusitis, you can use the same technique to clear your lymphatic vessels in your face, your throat, your neck, your chest. You're going to be feeling good. And then just to finish it off, we're going to do a little thymus tap right here above the heart, superior of the heart, more closer towards like where the pericardium, you know, is actually centered or like fixated, because your heart actually exists inside of the nerve. Peace. I'm out.